Alright, guys, I'm Mitch. To my right here is JJ. To my left is Ricky.
It's Jerry, sir.
What?
Nothing.
Right. First episode, you're already fucking with me. This is a great start. And this is our video review for
Machete
by Robert Rodriguez.
You were in a cooler?
How big was the cooler?
Sorry. Just had to throw that out there. I watched a lot of Jerry Springer.
Right. So, who wants to give the plot breakdown?
Go for it, Mitch.
Alright. Machete is the story of fucking with the wrong Mexican. Robert...
They even say that in the movie, actually. You fucked with the wrong Mexican.
There's quote-unquote from Machete.
But what happens is that Robert De Niro plays a corrupt Texas senator who wants to shut down the border. And what happens is his aide hires Machete, played by
Danny Trejo.
Thank you. My movie trivia monkeys right here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And I live in a cooler.
How big was the cooler?
I'm gonna fucking elbow the next person that says that. In the jaw, okay?
Alright, continue on, Mitch.
Continuing.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. Who hires Machete to assassinate Robert De Niro. But it's all a plan, and it's this giant conspiracy, and one thing happens, and some other things happens, and people die, and shit blows up, and...
Pretty much the entire movie, you think Mexicans are aliens.
They are.
Pretty much.
Well, technically.
Yeah.
I love my tacos, though.
My problem with this movie is that when it's about Machete, it's good. When it's about Machete fucking people up, it's great. But it burdens us down with the Jessica Alba subplot and, what's her name?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez subplot. And she's just playing the same character she always does. And movie drags to a halt whenever it's focusing on them and not Machete. And you can feel it in the audience, because the audience is getting restless. And we went and we saw it at a late night showing, and there was still a decent audience to it. I really like the action sequences, though.
I agree. They were badass.
Bloody, gory.
Over the top.
Yeah. Here's another...
Amazingly well done for a low budget.
Well...
Rodriguez knows how to capture the action sequence as well.
Yeah, he's an amazing action director.
And Cheech Marin is one badass.
Cheech Marin was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him.
Cheech Marin.
You know what? I would have loved to see this as a movie that was just Machete and Cheech. And that was the fucking movie. That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome.
But he's a fucking hilarious
awesome
in this movie. Yeah. Well, he has a bearing on the main plot. Well, Michelle Rodriguez's character is only there for some political grandstanding and some other...
Well, her character pretty much connects all the characters together when it comes to Machete, Jessica Alba's character, or Michelle Rodriguez. She pretty much brought them all together.
But they didn't need to be in the movie, though. That's the thing. It could have just been Machete fucking up a bunch of those rednecks at the very end. He didn't really need an army because he's fucking Machete.
It's true, but it was more badass with the army.
I don't know. I honestly felt that that was funny. I'll admit that. But I honestly felt that end fight scene was a bit too chaotic, and it was kind of hard to go what was going on. Yeah. What did you think, JJ?
Yeah, the end. I don't know. It was good to a point, but it was too long. It was the same thing over and over, and I didn't buy as much of the rest of the action sequences. I thought it was the weakest one.
Yeah, and that's bad. Is when you big send off at the very end is the weakest.
Yeah, and it was.
Hey, I got to see Lindsay Lohan's titties. I was happy.
No, you didn't. Had hair over them. You didn't see your tits.
No, you saw them.
Oh no, that was a body double.
Yeah,
she didn't even have any freckles. Yeah. You notice how her hair was all over her face. Come on, that's a body double.
There was titties. Titties. Yeah, there was though. Yeah, but yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah, we'd have to re-watch that scene to see, but I believe I didn't
That's
see
why
any freckles, so yeah.
That's why DVDs have slow.
Blu-ray, that's me. I like the Blu-ray.
VHS, I love those.
I'm not gonna...
He's 50.
Yes, I am. overall, it had your basic action, comedy, drama, sex.
There's something I wanted to say about the sex here. He has a sex scene with Jessica Alba and Michelle Rodriguez, and it just fades to black. I'm like,
yeah, you don't really see anything.
you're making an exploitation movie.
Although you do see a side view of Jessica Alba's tit. That was pretty good.
We do.
Side.
We do. Not enough. Bit of a tease.
Jessica Alba is the queen of the tease.
But like they said, at the end of the movie, Machete kills.
And Machete kills again.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
And don't forget,
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I enjoyed that.
I was actually, honestly, because remember in the Grindhouse trailer, it's Machete kills the bad guys.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be Machete kills, and then the next one would be kills the bad guys. That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
I
They're
still
both
like the
funny.
whole Machete kills.
They're both funny.
And Machete kills again.
And I'm a fan of exploitation movies. I watch more than my fair share, to a worrying degree sometimes. This is a subpar exploitation film. Mm-hmm. It really is. And when you're making an exploitation film, you're not really aiming high, and this movie still falls a bit short.
It does.
Even as a homage to exploitation films, it doesn't quite get there. I would say it's probably the best action movie in theaters right now.
Yeah.
So not very good.
Anyways, out of 5.
Out of 5, I have to give it 3.5.
So we'll see it.
So see it. It was worth the time. It was worth the effort. It had your basic comedy, action, side stories. It had the drama. Had pretty much everything you can look for in a movie.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5. Rent it. I wasn't that impressed. The footage that was taken from the original Grindhouse trailer is in this movie, and it's really jarring when it shows it. And overall, I wasn't impressed. This is one of Rodriguez's, it is nowhere near as good as Once Upon a Time in Mexico, From Dusk Till Dawn, Sin City. This is a pretty, I would be tempted to say this is his worst movie to date.
No, you got those Spy Kids, and you got shorts. Rodriguez, you made shorts.
Right. Yeah.
That was terrible.
And about...
yeah, that was really bad. What were you thinking? Honestly.
Okay,
sir,
that was
what were
bad.
you
I've been
thinking?
proved wrong.
It's hard to compare them, but
Yeah.
you're saying it's his weakest. You can't compare shorts to Machete, but you made shorts, and that is your weakest film, sir.
And, I wasn't impressed by it.
Didn't enjoy Spy Kids trilogy though.
So, we got a 3.5 see it, a 2.5 rent it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, and I'm giving it a
JJ,
3.5 see it. I thought it was well enough for your... It's been dry this year. It's been dry. You've got The Expendables, and you got Machete as your hardcore 18A or R action flicks. You gotta see it, because what else has been out there that's beaten these?
Well, like I said,
As
it is...
an 18A action film.
It is...
It's been
it's the
dry.
best action movie made, out in theaters right now. But I don't think either of them are really worth, seeing.
Fair enough.
You can wait for it on rental, and you sit there, you have a couple beers with your friends, and there'll be moments where oh, that's fucking awesome. And, there are a few moments that are just like that. It's just these long, draggy periods, which are perfect opportunities for you to go out and grab a beer. Right there. Rent it.
Fair enough. So, Ricky says,
3.5. Go see it.
Mitch,
I'm saying a 2.5. Rent it.
and once again, a 3.5. See it, Machete's a lot of fun. You'll laugh. You may cry.
You'll
because
hurl.
Cheech Marin's a badass.
Besides, when someone uses an intestine to bungee jump, that's just fucking badass.
That
That's
in its
amazing.
own generates a half a star. I was at about a 4 out of 5 with the last 15 minutes of the film, but it knocked
You
it
thought the
down.
last 15 minutes were the weakest, though.
And that's why it knocked it down to a 3.5.
Yeah.
I was actually at an adamant 4 out of 5, but I did knock half a star off. Because Rodriguez dragged.
You should see him at
Out
you
a
should
week
see him at
scene.
a restaurant. He's puts down $20, $40, says this is your tip. Then, whenever something happens, every minute he waits for his food, he starts making money away.
It's true. It's very true. It's very true. If my steak's cold, you got a 250 tip. If my steak's late, you got a loony. Like,
If you think that's bad, I'm the brown one. I'm really cheap when I go to the bar and I tip. I base it on looks.
They don't even serve him anymore. He only
no,
gets
he's always
lucky
in
if
the
you're
damn
extremely
cooler.
high and you're
He's
up-
always in the
you're
cooler. How
not
do you serve
even-
him?
right. Well,
Anyways, we're rogue critics, and I say see Machete.
I say rent Machete.
I say go see it. You have a lot of fun. Miranda, fuck off if you're watching this because I'm in the middle of filming. Honestly, fuck off.